Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Can we please quiet down? We're going to begin now. Thank you all for joining us and welcome to our 2024 Candidate Forum for the 16th U.S. Congressional District. I'm Adam Dawes, CEO of the Embarcadero Media Foundation. The Embarcadero Media Foundation has a mission to enhance the quality of life and democracy in the Bay Area. We do this by publishing our 7 community-centered newspapers and websites, including the Palo Alto Weekly and Palo Alto Online, as well as the Mountain View Voice and the Almanac. We'd like to thank our partners, Palo Alto Neighborhoods, the Mid-Peninsula Media Center, and the City of Palo Alto for making this event possible. Tonight, we're excited to host a debate between 9 candidates for the U.S. congressional seat being vacated by Anna Eshoo. This is a rare event as Eshoo has represented this part of the peninsula for over 30 years. There has not been a primary for an open seat since 1992. We're delighted to be able to hold this event in person with a live audience of community members. This is one of the few events that makes this possible and is a welcome return to normalcy since the onset of COVID 4 years ago. We strongly believe that such openness and access to our elected officials is important to the democratic process and hope the public will see the value in this and support us with respectful behavior. There are so many national and international issues that our community cares about and that our future representative will have to engage with on our behalf in Washington.
How could you be a Republican in this environment, in this period of time? You can't compromise with crazy. The Republicans are not holding Donald Trump accountable on the insurrection, on coming back and helping to dismantle democracy as we see it, gloating on the fact that they stacked the Supreme Court to roll back.
So let me tell you why I'm a Republican. First of all, a fiscal conservative. Secondly, I want to keep our communities safe. I want to keep our nation secure. And I also want to make the future opportunity for my kids to be as good as what I had growing up here on the peninsula. And I want to emphasize that before Anna Eshoo, this district was represented by Tom Campbell, Ed Zhao, Ernie Conyu, and Pete McCloskey, all moderate, what is called Silicon Valley Republicans. I believe the country, half of the country is represented by Republicans. Most of the country is moderate, and as we all know, they kind of shift back and forth. But the point of this is that people on this dais, whoever gets elected, has to work with Republicans. And to do that, you've got to understand Republicans and engage in dialogue. I don't think many of you have been in either the assembly, it's been a supermajority, right? And I think it's important to reach out across the aisle because we've had 25 years plus of polarization in Congress, and therefore nothing gets done. I would caucus with the Problem Solvers Caucus, which is 64 evenly split Republicans and Democrats.
Well, thank you. And I see we have a yellow card and we'll get back to it, but Republicans are currently have a narrow control of Congress. Just to follow up on that, do you see a lot of reaching across the aisle of the sort you're speaking about when you're mentioning?
No, I agree. There hasn't been reaching across the aisle by other party. So. And it's been true for a long time. And that's why I think it's important not to have a career politician going to Congress who's thinking about the next step of their career and is going to toe the party line. Mm-hmm. You need someone who has experience working in a bipartisan fashion, much like I did on the Menlo Park City Council, in order to achieve and get things done for the sensible middle, most of Americans who don't have a voice.
Great, thank you.
Question.
Thank you.
Quiet. Quiet in the chambers, please. Quiet in the chambers. Thank you. Everyone, please be quiet.
What's clear is everybody in this room believes in free speech. Everyone in this room believes in equal rights for women and men. And the reason why I mention that is the most repressive
Quiet in the chambers, please.
the most repressive regime in the area, in the region, is Iran. Iran.
Quiet in the chamber,
Don't
please.
interrupt. What you have to understand is that Iran is supporting all of these terrorist proxies, Hezbollah,
Quiet in the chamber, please.
and the most constructive role.
Please,
America
can we
play
calm down so we
is
can
to-
hear from the candidate?
The most constructive role America can play.
Please don't interrupt.
Is to
Sorry,
keep
Mr.
this war from widening, and we have to act as a deterrent to Iran.
So you can do it.
Thank you.
Please.
Stop interrupting.
If I do not have calm in the chamber,